Good, happy Wednesday morning, September 22nd, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. It's time to rise and shine and grab that good cup of coffee. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this Wednesday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. So, let's get started right now. First up, Gabby Petito's body found. Autopsy confirms. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Now to the other developing story as we're on the air tonight, the news coming in the disappearance of Gabby Petito, the coroner now out with their finding. The autopsy confirming the body found in Wyoming is the 22-year-old who went missing. In Florida tonight, police have now resumed the search for her missing boyfriend, while 500 miles away, authorities are studying this image, captured on a wildlife trail camera, the sheriff not ruling out that it could be Brian Laundrie, the person of interest. ABC's Trevor Ault in Florida.
Tonight, the FBI confirming a body found in Wyoming's Grand Tetons is Gabby Petito. The cause of death still pending final autopsy results, but the coroner finding this is a homicide. A cross of riverbed stones now marking the site where Gabby was found. Today in Florida, investigators poring over alligator and snake-infested marshland, renewing the manhunt for Gabby's boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. Drones flying overhead as ATVs and canine units weave through that 25,000-acre nature reserve where Laundrie's family told officials he may be.
Terrain's very difficult. Essentially, 75% of it's underwater.
And 500 miles away, an Okaloosa County trail camera capturing this image Monday. The sheriff not ruling out it could be Brian Laundrie, but so far they've searched the area and found nothing.
I love the man.
Laundrie and Petito had been on a cross-country road trip. Brian returning home to Florida without her, but never reporting her missing. Now authorities facing growing scrutiny over how the sole person of interest in Gabby's disappearance was able to vanish himself.
From the beginning, this has been a tragedy of errors. You didn't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to search through the swamp. Where were the cops? They should have surveilled it. It's not against the law.
While investigators raided the Laundrie family home Monday, police have stressed Brian is a person of interest but not a suspect because until now, there was no crime. And the lawyer for the Laundrie family advised them not to talk to authorities. And also under fire, the officers in Utah who responded to a fight between the couple during their road trip last month. The police report says Gabby tried to slap Brian. He pushed her away, then she scratched him in the face, the officers separating them.
So what was it you were attempting to accomplish by slapping?
I was trying to get him to stop telling me.
But the witness who called 911 said Brian was the aggressor.
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl. He was slapping her? Yes.
And Trevor Ault back with us live from Florida tonight. Trevor, last night here, the attorney for Brian Laundrie's family said that the family was going to speak today, but that didn't happen.
No, it didn't, David. Late last night, that attorney scrapped those plans after he says he spoke with the FBI. He did just release a brief statement saying, "May Gabby rest in peace." We've also heard from the attorney representing the Petito family. He says they will have a statement when Gabby is home.
David, Trevor Ault with late developments tonight. Trevor, thank you. And Gabby Petito's disappearance is now drawing renewed attention to another disappearance, a young geologist missing in Arizona. Daniel Robinson went missing in the desert outside Buckeye, Arizona in late June. His family claiming authorities haven't done enough to find him. Police say a landowner found Robinson's significantly damaged Jeep on July 19th, about 4 miles from the job site where he was last seen.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Kenray Island officials worry volcano lava may create acid rain. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Using the Farmers Signal app could save you up to 15% on your auto insurance. It's just one of the many Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Overseas tonight, new threats after that volcanic eruption at a popular Spanish tourist spot in the Canary Islands. Earthquakes rocking the island, a new vent opening up in the mountainside, and fears tonight of toxic gases now when that river of lava reaches the sea. Thousands of families forced to leave, racing to save what they can. Some of those homes already gone. Look at the fire right at the edge of that pool. ABC's James Longman on the island of La Palma tonight.
Spain's volcanic island is still roaring tonight, and now authorities are alarmed at another series of earthquakes opening up new fissures today. An unstoppable wall of lava is eating everything in its path. Superheated molten rock sizzling as it hits this swimming pool, neighborhoods incinerated. A further 2,000 evacuations from La Palma, which is just off the coast of North Africa, meaning more than 7,000 have now had to flee their homes, some in tears, with only an hour's notice to take everything they could. In an area reliant on agriculture, 300 farms turned to ash.
I've never seen anything like this. We're just a few hundred feet from the actual volcano. It's just, one of the fissures is just there. I'm not sure if you can tell, but we are being rained on with ash. It's just extraordinary. If I show you down here, this is the stuff that's coming down.
All this moving towards the ocean, and when the 1800-degree lava hits the water, thermal shocks may release clouds of toxic gas and acid rain. Another natural disaster for this scarred island to battle.
Just spectacular images tonight. James Longman with us live from the island of La Palma. And James, we're looking at the volcano right there behind you.
Yeah, you can see lava and hot ash still shooting up into the night sky. But what officials were really worried about is happening. Streams of lava, rather than heading to the ocean, are now heading inland, which is causing further destruction. And officials worry that this could go on for weeks. David?
All right, James, obviously you and the crew, please stay safe, and we appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Federal authorities ramp up deportations in Texas. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
The president, as you know, Cecilia, also answering a question today about the growing concern at the U.S. border in Texas. And the Department of Homeland Security is now launching an investigation into those disturbing images of some border agents on horseback, images the White House called horrific. Tonight, the response from the union representing those agents, and ABC's Kenneth Moten now from Texas.
Tonight, as federal authorities work to ramp up mass deportations, the Biden administration struggling to contain the surge on the Texas border. Roughly 8,000 men, women, and children, mostly Haitian, encampments under that Del Rio Bridge. Thousands have already been sent back to their home countries by the U.S. But tonight, this has become a political battle, too. Today, Republican Governor Greg Abbott on the ground.
The Biden administration believes that they can process those remaining migrants by the end of the week. Do you believe that?
They have shown no capability of being able to process all of these migrants by the end of this week. The only thing that they've shown is an incapability of dealing with this crisis.
On Capitol Hill, Republican senators pressing the Secretary of Homeland Security.
How many people have been returned? How many people are being detained? How many people have been dispersed to all points around America?
Senator, I would be pleased to provide you with that data.
I want them now. Why don't you have that information now?
Senator, I do not have that.
No!
And tonight, amid questions over images the White House called horrific, DHS now launching an investigation into these images, showing Border Patrol agents on horses, confronting migrants as they enter Texas from Mexico. Tonight, President Biden reacting to those chaotic scenes.
We will get it under control.
The union representing Border Patrol agents saying that's their training.
David, sources tell us agents are still patrolling this border on horseback like they've always done, but DHS says it right now has agency monitors on the ground to make sure those policies are being followed. David?
All right, Kenneth Moten in Texas again tonight. Kenneth, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we are going to switch gears now and let's go into weather. And here is a look at the weather across the United States for this Wednesday. As you can see, this green here is rain, and then over here some rain/thunderstorms, and then some regular rain as well. And a few rain/thunderstorms here, and some rain over here as well. In the red section, heavy rain/flash flooding possible, and in the yellow here, some severe thunderstorms possible. But in the middle here of the United States is all dry. And that is a look at the weather across the United States for this Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. And we are going to switch gears now. And let's take a look at this. Fun fall crafts to try this year. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, people like Geico because it's just easy. Bundling, for example. You've got car insurance here and home insurance here. Why not? Zoop, put them together. Save even more.
Geico.
Fall officially kicks off tomorrow, which means pumpkins are trending once again. And as we all welcome autumn, it's the perfect time to spruce up our homes with some seasonal and festive decorations, TJ.
All right, then. You tossed to me like I am going to tell someone how to spruce up their home. No, of course not. We got an expert for that. To spruce up the house, get it fall ready, and you can do this stuff yourself. Let's bring in craft expert Lynn. Lynn, thank you for being here, and help us out here. There's some folks who are just flat out intimidated, maybe, to get started on something like this on their own. What would you tell folks to talk them into doing something like this on their own?
Okay, well, here's the thing. I pride myself in making the uncrafty crafty.
Okay.
So here's the deal. You just gotta start. And you gotta know that you're gonna make a mistake, and it's okay.
All right, yeah, we've got some pumpkins here. We've got some glue guns and some accessories. So you talked about just getting started. So how do we get started today?
Okay, so you're gonna need a pumpkin. We've got a faux pumpkin here. You can also use a real pumpkin as well. And I like this craft because it is so easy, and it's been one of my most popular crafts over the years. So we're going to start with our pumpkins. We've also got some faux florals and some faux leaves, which I think you guys have some in the studio.
Yep.
So go ahead and take your glue, and we're going to start gluing those to the bottom of our pumpkin. So put a little glue on each leaf, and then go ahead and glue it underneath. And the reason we're doing this is we're going to ground our pumpkin. So if you're not going to put it on a table runner or maybe on a table and you're going to put it on something like a fireplace, you want to have a grounding for it, so it makes it look a little more finished. So any leaves you want, glue them right to the bottom. And you'll want to do this all the way around your pumpkin. So I think for the demonstration's sake, we're only going to do a few. But how are you guys doing over there?
It's going great.
It's going so well.
Okay. I'm turning you guys into crafters.
Well, let's not go that far, Lily.
All right, so while you guys are gluing, I'm going to show you the next step because I went ahead and got the next step done for you. But you're going to head to the craft store and you're going to get floral foam. And so this is what florists use to build arrangements, and you're going to use a plastic knife. And all you're going to do is you're going to cut it in half. And don't worry, guys, I did this for you because this is a little bit of the messy part. Yep, you got it already. We're going to cut it in half again. And then what we want to do is we want to just wedge out a tiny little centerpiece so that it's going to fit around the stem of our pumpkin. So you guys have two there, and I've got two that are already cut for you. You guys see yours?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, I think we got, you guys are jumping out. You're already ready to start gluing. I love it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that, and you're going to glue it around the top of your pumpkin, and that's going to create a base for our flowers. So add some glue. Glue it around until you get it in place. You guys are pros. I love it.
She's so
All right,
kind.
and once you get it in place, I've got one already done for you. So you've got a swap out that's already dry. So go ahead and grab that one.
Got it.
You guys see? Yep, you've got yours there. All right, so you want to let your glue dry for a few minutes. But now here's the fun part. You get to be a florist. So we're using faux florals. I've got all of yours cut for you, but if you go get them at the craft store, all you've got to do is just trim them down with a scissor or a clipper. And you want to trim them down so there's a tiny little stem there. And then all we're going to start to do is we're going to push them into our floral foam. And you want to start at the front. And you've got a whole assortment there. So I'll let you guys pick out. Oh, Amy, you're doing so good. Look, you've already got your pumpkin in there. I love it. Now, as you're arranging, think about building up and down. So we've got some longer pieces that we can have cascading across the front. And if you're finding that your pumpkins are, or your flowers are not sticking, you can add a little glue. And you can also do this with real floral. So if you have real flowers in your garden, all you've got to do is wet your floral foam and keep it nice and wet. And then you can use real flowers. It'll only last you about 2 days, but in between setting it out, go ahead and put it in the fridge and it'll stay a little bit longer. So there's a lot of possibilities with this, and you can pick your own colors. You can customize it for Halloween. But look, you guys are already pros. I love it.
Yeah, it's really easy and really quick. And this is something that the kids could do too, because there's not a lot where you could it's not too messy, which I appreciate.
Right, and you can always, if you're working with the kids, you can use a kid-friendly glue as well. And you can customize it. So if you want to make it a little bit more Halloween, you can get some faux florals that are blacks and purples. But my favorite part about this is that it's easy and anyone can do it. And as you get towards the end, you've got some moss there. You can also put some moss cascading down the little crevices to elongate your design.
Who doesn't love some cascading moss? All right, Lynn, thank you so much for being with us today and helping us all get ready for fall. And for all of you at home, if you want to get Lynn's step-by-step tips, you can head to our Facebook page for all of that. Lynn, thank you.
Thanks so much for having me. Happy fall.
Well, hey there, GMA fan.
Okay, very cool indeed. Something fun to do during the fall. And let's take a look at this. The cast of Broadway's Headstown performs Way Down Headstown. Let's take a look at that right now.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, people like Geico because it's just easy. Bundling, for example. You've got car insurance here and home insurance here. Why not? Zoop, put them together. Save even more.
Geico.
And we're back now with a special live performance. Hadestown, the reigning Tony Award-winning Best Musical, is back on Broadway and launches a North American tour in October. But right now, the cast is here live in Times Square. Here's Way Down Hadestown.
On the road to hell, there was a railroad track.
Come on!
There was a train coming up from way down below.
That was not 6 months. Better go get your suitcase packed. Yes, it's time to go.
Follow that down for a long way down, far away from the poorhouse door. Either get to hell or to Hadestown. Ain't no difference anymore.
Way down, Hadestown, way down under the ground. Down there it's a bunch of stiffs. Brother, I'll be bored to death. Gonna have to import some stuff just to entertain myself. Give me morphine in a tin. Give me a crate of the fruit of the mind. Takes a lot of medicine to make it through the winter time. Way down, Hadestown, way down under the ground.
On the road to hell, there was a railroad car. And the car door opened and a man stepped out. Everybody looked and everybody saw it was the same man they'd been singing about.
You're early.
I missed you.
Mr. Hades is a mighty king. Must be making some mighty big deals. Seems like he owns everything. Kinda makes you wonder how it feels.
All aboard! I want two.
Way down, Hades town. Way down under the ground. Way down, Hades town. Way down under the ground. Way down under the ground. Way down under the
Okay, and there you go. That was the cast of Broadway's Heads Town. Very cool indeed. Wonderful performance. And let's switch gears now, and let's go into some entertainment news. And in entertainment news, Willie Garson dead at 57. Let's take a listen to that video from Entertainment Tonight.
Willie Garson has died. He was 57. According to reports, the actor's death follows a brief illness, and he was surrounded by family when he died. Willie's son Nathan shared this tribute to Instagram on Tuesday. The message said in part, "I'm so glad you got to share all your adventures with me and were able to accomplish so much. I'm so proud of you."
There's so much heat around the show right now. We kind of feel we were a little nervous this year because we felt we were slightly under the radar before. And we're certainly not under the radar anymore, which is very exciting. So we can't wait.
Many of Willie's friends shared their personal tributes to social media. Willie's Sex and the City co-star Cynthia Nixon wrote, "So deeply, deeply sad we have lost Willie Garson. We all loved him and adored working with him. He was endlessly funny on screen and in real life." Willie starred in a number of film and TV roles over the years, including White Collar, and most famously on the landmark HBO series.
Oh my God, she's smashing roadkill.
Willie's performance as Stanford made him a fan-favorite character.
We've been friends for about 20 years, so like really close friends. So this is like we always say that we'd be with each other. We'd be hanging out anyway on each other's set, even if we weren't on the show together. So it's just an extension of our lives together. Just playing these kooky characters, though.
Willie was already announced to be part of the show's revival in Just Like That, and was spotted filming in New York City with Sarah Jessica Parker and Mario Cantone, who said in his tribute on Instagram, "I couldn't have had a more brilliant TV partner.
You are the first man to accept me for the man that I actually am."
The new season is set to debut in the fall.
Okay, and there you go. And that does it for this Wednesday edition of the Morning Show with Riley King. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you back here next time for another edition of the Morning Show with Riley King. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Goodbye, everyone.